Hello, my name is Millie, and I play the character Lavinia. Um, and my friends and I have played this tabletop adventure we'd like to share with you all. The game we're playing is a tabletop called MBS, and it's an acronym for my own conglomeration of different tabletop rules I've particularly liked over the years. The campaign we're playing is run by our good friend Jorg. It's a module for MBS he himself has written called Unknown Kadath. I missed the first few minutes of the introduction recording, so we start off once we've actually all boarded this ship to an unknown land after seeing flyers for this voyage. And amongst this large ship, of course, the compatriots I have with me first decided to head down to the bar, uh, but we got up to one heck of a time. But that's not my place to say. I'll let York tell the story. So I hope you enjoy.
Okay, so it was endurance.
Yep.
That is a 15.
15. It goes down rough. It's swill. It is the bottom of the barrel, literally speaking. There's some small flakes looking through. It looks like this brew probably wasn't filtered in any way. It's less of a grog and more of a mash, like the first step. It's fairly strong, probably 10% ABV at least. Um, but you can tell there's no quality to it. You can taste the oak. The oak is probably moldy. One of the worst swills that you've had, but it is
Adds to the
beer.
flavor.
Did you actually say where we're headed?
To Kadath.
We're headed to
Where?
Kadath. Kadath.
You mean to tell me that you and your daughter just go on a ship and you don't know where you're going? Yeah,
Well,
here
I
That
because of
mean,
the
sounds like
flyers,
something a
ain't you?
furbog would do.
we could be going by way of something else. Are we on a direct route?
Yeah, we're going straight to them new land. Everybody's been calling them Kadath, according to them
Kadath.
flyers.
Can I do a detect magic spell?
Detect magic? Yeah, sure. There's not really any strong magics, especially not right near you.
Okay.
There seems to be maybe some magic down below deck,
Okay.
in the storage and medical areas, which you would assume to be possibly some, maybe some faintly magical wares or alchemical agents that are pretty common on merchant ships.
Alrighty. So I don't need to roll for that. That's just
No,
a
that's just a thing
natural-
that you do.
Tam's gonna walk up to the bar and your finest wine, my good sir.
What? Beer ain't good enough for you, Mr. Fancy.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Alright, what kind of wine you looking for anyway?
I'm sure you've got a good red wine, no?
He's one of them soft-bellied scholars.
I guess I misspoke. There are a couple of scholars on board. Yeah, I got a couple of bottles of good vintage. Yeah,
We don't actually know if he's a scholar. We're just calling him a baby.
Ed, what
but
are you doing?
it's gonna cost you a little more than the beer is.
Oh, that's to be expected.
Mog, what are you doing?
I'll sell you a glass for 3 gold, or I can give you the bottle for 10.
I guess I might as well
I'll
join them.
simply take a glass.
Might as well join them and have a grog.
I hand 3 gold over.
Which one are you taking? The good one or the bad one?
Yep.
If the bad one might seem to taste a little more earthy to me, that might be all right.
it would be a little more earthy.
That's one way to put it.
The barkeep reaches underneath the bar. He again pulls your gold into that little coin box. You hear it clink, and the coin box is starting to fill up a little bit more, but not anything noticeable. He reaches under the counter and pulls out a nice, finely inlaid glass glass. glass. Imagine that. And he also produces a wide and short bottle of unlabeled alcohol. At least you would assume that it is alcohol. And he pops the cork off of it freshly. And he pours a fairly thick red viscous liquid into the glass. Puts it down in front of you and says, "There, what you think?"
And I
I'll
pick it up.
go ahead and take a sip
I
of
am
that.
watching intently at this. I've leaned in. I'm like narrowing my eyes, grinning slightly.
It's actually pretty good. It's not necessarily the highest quality bottle you've ever had, nor is it probably the highest quality bottle that anybody on the ship has ever had, but it is a fairly good wine. Nice, bold, full-bodied, much sweeter than a normal wine is, and you can tell it's probably been fortified. This is some kind of wine.
Interesting.
And who's drinking this one?
That is quite nice.
That's Tam.
10? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll make it myself anytime we get up to the mainlands. What's up, Millie?
Before I enter, can I make a stealth roll and just listen and see if there's anything going on in the next room over? Trying to just listen if there's any rumors about pirates or anything. Or if
Yeah,
it's just
sure.
the one guy, I don't know. I guess that wouldn't matter.
Well, you haven't entered the room. You're not really sure what's in the room.
I'm gonna roll for stealth if that's all right. Roll an 18.
Outside, still outside the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled an 18 plus. I just had. Jeez, it's much harder when I have to find my own character stuff, huh? Plus 3.
Yeah.
18, 19, 20, 21 in total.
21. That's amazing, actually.
I got really lucky.
So, yeah. Wow, that's really amazing. All right, so, so you've crouched down, right outside of the door. Thankfully, there's a small hallway between the bar and this next room, so it's not like you're really seen by the other patrons out into the bar, and you don't feel like you've been noticed, but there's not really any way for you to really know.
I'm just gonna put my
God damn it, I was muted.
Yeah, as you're listening,
I said I got a nat 20 for perception. Do I notice for stealthing?
Yes, actually, you do notice that she has gone into the. You notice from the absence. Actually, you
of
are
the giant
used to
figures that were here.
You're used to hearing her footsteps as she travels through, and you heard the footsteps stop, not quite in the room, and it got really quiet. So you're almost certain that hasn't entered that room, but she's just kind of standing there, trying not to be noticed. Lavana, as you want to roll perception for me?
Yeah. A big number. Oh, natural 20! That's 2 good rolls in a row.
Awesome. So,
yeah.
As the
I see myself.
As the ship crests a wave, you hear some of the less secured things in the next room rattling around, metal on metal. There seems to be a lot of metal in this room. As a matter of fact, if you listen really closely, you can actually hear the jingling of a few coins stored somewhere back behind a wall. You hear metal on metal, and you hear, "Oh, shit. I should have been paying more attention to the damn waves. Gotta get my sea legs soon." And that's about it. With every wave that you pass, you hear the unsecured bits that are in the next room. Keep kind of rattling around, but there's no real conversation, except for what sounded like only one voice speaking to themselves.
So, question, are the coins on my side of the wall or on the other side?
They seem to be in that room coming, like, there's something blocking the sound.
Yeah,
like you're hearing it coming through.
It's probably
wood.
within the boards of the wall, I assume. Is that right?
No. It sounds like, you won't really know until you go and what's up, but it sounds like they're either in box or in like a pouch that's held in, like on a shelf. But either way, between you and wherever the coins are is some amount of wood.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna knock in that case, but did Logan notice anything? His roll?
Uh
He got a nat 22, remember?
oh yeah,
That was actually, well, that was a nat 20 in the
figured.
bar.
Well, I
Yeah.
figured. Yeah, I figured
you
he
might
was just
listen
looking
around.
for the stealthy person. But
That's fair.
listening around, Tam, you don't hear anything out of the usual. There's no conversation. Like, so there's only a few scattered sailors rather, in the grubbery. There's nobody really talking to each other. They're just kind of killing time for a moment, either dozing or eating a plate of ration or something like that. Just kind of biding time until they probably go up to perform whatever duties they're assigned. Other than that, you can hear the bottles clinking around. It sounds like he does have several more bottles underneath the bar. And you hear the shifting of a wood barrel down a little further at the end of the bar, one of the untapped barrels.
Can I tell how full the coin box is?
Yeah, the coin box. You're not sure how big the coin box is, but it's just the bottom full. There might have been, if it were small, about the size of like a foot by foot box, there might only be about 20 pieces in it. It was probably emptied before you guys left port.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna stand up and knock. Like a normal person.
Yeah, so there isn't really a door. It's just a continuous hallway that opens up into the next room.
Oh, okay.
So
With
you
a
want to like knock
furball
on
walking down and knocking
yeah,
on the wall now.
You
Well, I
want to
guess I'll
knock on
just
the
walk
wall
on-
before you enter?
I'll walk on the
Yeah.
door frame and be like, hello.
From behind, there is a small tabaxi woman who looks up from a clipboard, holding a quill, and says, "Ah, you might." Oh, fuck! I already forgot what voice I gave her.
I am Lavana. I am a sailor, my first time on board.
Oh, you must be one of those passengers that Adrian told me about. You
I
are
found
you
a
here to
flyer.
purchase something?
That'd be wonderful. I was hoping maybe, I see a lot of metal, aboard. I'm not really interested in anything like that. Maybe
well,
some...
Well, for the most part, we have any basic gear that most people would come across. Weapons, armor, clothing. We even have a few dried rations we could spare.
Well, I think a ration. How much for a ration?
I guess that we have day ration packs. We have about 10 of them that we can part with. They'll last you, like I said, a day. I can give you one for about 5 gold pieces.
Okay, I will take one of those. Do you have any healing items?
No. Most of any kind of potions or poultices or any other medical supplies would probably be down in the infirmary. We don't keep them with general stock. The doctor uses them.
That makes sense. Let's see. Is there anything else you could suggest?
Well,
Magic
don't mean
items?
I don't. No, unfortunately, we don't have anything magical or luxurious or lustrous to sell. Most of it's
It's
just
okay.
a few trade goods down in storage, and other than that, more of the mundane and simple things. I think that perhaps the most interesting thing that I have, we do have a pretty well-made rapier, but not much better than anything else.
What is said rapier made?
It's just steel. It's
I
nice
can't.
craftsmanship, though. It's been engraved. See, and she pulls out off of the wall. She pulls out an etched rapier. For the most part, it seems not much different than any other rapier. About the same length, just as thin. It seems like it could be maneuvered fairly well, but fully metal with a nice ornate handguard and etching up the blade.
Lavana kind of looks at this and she kind of squints as though like she doesn't get it. I suppose it is a pretty way to angle the Earth's gift, but I myself do not partake in metal usage. I prefer the ways of nature.
Ah, well, we have a few things that maybe you would like. A couple of odds and ends, a sling, short bow. I think we even have a quarterstaff back in the back. Pretty plain, not necessarily well made or anything, but would get the job done and hurts like a bitch when you hit something on the head.
I have 5 more coins. What would that get me?
Well, sure, we have, I could sell you a couple of, sling balls. We have, some smooth stones like the,
Oh, sounds
uh,
wonderful.
some. Oh, okay, perfect. I can give you a bag of 20 of them for 1 gold coin.
Oh, that's fantastic. Here you go, and I'm gonna give her an extra one. Here, for your trouble.
Oh, that's very nice. This isn't exactly a position I get tipped in often, but it takes me back to my waitressing days. Thank you very much.
Of course. I will see you aboard later, perhaps around dinner time, yes?
Perhaps. Normally I take dinner here in the, I take dinner here in the stockroom. It's easier to keep track of all the items. You
That-
know how things have a tendency to grow legs and walk away. I have to keep track of everything around here.
That makes sense. Well, see you later then. And I'm gonna wave to her and head back to the bar with everyone else and sit down. Hello.
Thank you. Coming back to the bar, the bartender seems to be pleased that you like the wine, Tam.
Oh yeah.
And other than that, Mog, you said you wanted a cup, didn't you?
Yes,
Did you want cheap or cheaper?
the cheap stuff.
You want the stuff that Seamus got, or stuff that's a little better?
The organic, natural taste in one.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Well, work out for a couple of tankards of that. That'll be 1 gold. Put it on the bar. I'll take care of it when I'm done. And he goes and pours 2 more glass tankards of this kind of rustic ale, if you could call it an ale, and places it in front of you. Swipes
Okay.
the gold piece, and drops it into the coin box.
Okay. Is everybody around us now? Our team around us?
Yeah, I think we're all here
I
at
mean,
the
we're
bar.
all in the bar. Yeah.
Okay. I'll say raise the mug.
Hold up one
and,
moment. I would like a drink too as well, please.
Okay.
All right, cheaper.
I'll have
Wait,
whatever-
hold on. I'll give her 2 of my mugs.
Oh, whoa, how did you get so much?
I
He's
like
drinking.
drink.
He's drinking the cheaper.
Well, since I promised you a drink, I will how much is it to buy a round?
I thought you were out of money.
I have more.
Is one
I
one
believe
gold
I have
for
5, 6, 7. I have 3 more.
is a gold for a tankard of the cheap stuff, or a gold for 2 tankards of the cheaper stuff?
Can I get a pitcher? Do they come in pitcher? I have
We
3
got-
gold.
We got tankards.
Okay. I will take whatever this gives, and I put the rest of my golds across the counter.
You want cheaper?
I have done the shopping today. Yes.
Just
Whichever
give her
one
the
is
cheap.
better.
All right.
That one.
None
what
of
she
them.
said.
None of them are all, like, really good, but it's all beer.
The cheap stuff then. Please.
You want cheap,
Yes,
or do you want
please.
cheaper?
Cheaper. Cheaper.
Cheaper.
Yeah.
All right. And he swipes the 3 gold and puts them in the coin box. Pours 6 more tankards of the cheaper stuff. Some floaties are in it.
Yeah.
Knocks on the barrel and goes, "Ugh, I'm gonna have to tap another barrel if y'all keep up like this."
Wonderful. I'm gonna raise the glass with
I believe I will stay very far
Or
away
raise
from
the
that
tankard
barrel,
with
thank you.
What are we cheering to?
Well, toast to our adventure.
Glory!
Glory to Kadath. May we find promise within these lands.
Aye!
And then
In the unknown.
This
At
seems
I'll
reasonable.
clink, and then I'll down another. Right.
Alicia raises her glass of water that she's been sipping on next to you and says, "Aye, and I'd only hope that we stay safe doing it."